Hello and welcome. This is Chrisanne and I'm coming at you from Elemental Energies with Chrisanne. This week we are going to be doing the weekly psychic predictions for the week of December 1st through December 8th of 2024. And because this is the first week in December, we are going to also be doing a deck review of my favorite deck. Mine haven't been officially published yet, so this is my favorite deck that I haven't created. This is my favorite deck that somebody else has created. This is a phenomenal, fantastic, and rare deck. This is a hard to find deck, but it is my favorite. I've been using this deck for more than 10 plus years, and I love it. It is my hands down favorite deck. Mystic Art Medicine cards. It is Oracle cards, tools for transformation. I was lucky enough to purchase this deck in Sedona, Arizona many moons ago. And this is the gal that has created all the illustrations. Her name is Sherilyn, and her artwork is very featured very prominently at this restaurant in Sedona. It's either called the Chocolate Tree or the Choco Tree. I can't remember which, but all of these are her paintings, and she has huge giant canvases in this restaurant. This is a 64 card deck, and the deck does come with a substantial book, and each card has 2 pages that go with it, and there's a lot of information in the book. I do tell people, make sure you create your own use of cards. When you get a deck of cards, make it your own. This is a beautifully done deck, beautifully done book, beautiful box, all that. So let's get into why I like this deck so much. This is the back of all the cards. All the cards are the same. This is the imagery on the back of all of them. This is a little bit of a thinner cardstock. But that's okay. It has not stopped me from enjoying it and using it and doing some fantastic readings with this deck. This is my go-to deck all the time. So let's get started. So, Perseverance. Now you got to look at these cards because there's a lot of imagery within the imagery. Open heart. Children. Awakening. Miracles. Isn't that neat? New growth. Integration. I love that one. Rebirth. Strength. Reverence. Ancient wisdom. Passion. Shadow. Core healing. Self-mastery. Activation. Intention. Initiation. Shapeshift. Freedom. Grace. Forgiveness. Gratitude. Nurture. Higher knowledge. Deception. Sisters healing. Fear. Peace. Grief. Higher choices. Goddess of fire. Abundance. Look at that one. Truth. Goddess of Air. Ascended Masters. Fertility. Look at all that's here within this one. Isn't that cool? The Gift. Look at all these guys. And then, oh, just love it. Love. Soul Purpose. Alchemy. Discernment. Healing Tools. Surrender. Sacred Union. Isn't that neat? Expression. Ebb and Flow. Courage. Dream Time. Self-esteem. Guardians. Devotion. Look at all of that. Transformation. This one's cool. Has so much within this card. Balance. Meditation. Medicine Power. Innocence. Rhythm. Creation. Goddess of Earth. Protection. Look at all that. Breakthrough. Goddess of Water. And last one, Perception. Aren't these neat? This is a really, really, really cool deck. So I'm a huge fan of this deck. I love all the imagery within the imagery. I think these are just beautifully created, beautifully thought out. As an artist myself, I just think this is just phenomenal. Her level of input that she put into each card is just wonderful. The thought that she put into each card, wonderful. The other thing that I like about this deck, not only as an artist, but as a card reader, there's positives and negatives within this deck. This is not all lollipops and rainbows within this deck. And that's what I look for when I look for a deck. And when people ask me, what's your favorite deck? It's always this one, the Mystic Art Medicine cards. It's always this one until mine comes out and gets published. But in all honesty, this is just a phenomenal deck. Top favorite, always has been, definitely always will be in my top 10 cards. Now, this is a little bit of a bigger deck. You can see I have smaller hands. They swell and contract regularly, but finger size, I have small hands, small fingers. This is a little bit of a larger deck. So I shuffle it sideways because that's just kind of how life works for me with this deck. It doesn't necessarily matter how I shuffle, because if you've seen me do readings before, I pull from the center of the deck. I don't pull from the top. I don't pull from the bottom. I just pull where I'm drawn to pull from, wherever that might be within the deck. Now, to clear my cards between each and every person, there's been events where I just read for people at shows for 2-3 day long shows. So to clear my cards between each and every person, you can tap it 3 times. You can tap it 3 times, however it works. You can't be doing like this huge ceremonial clearing of your cards when you're at an event. And this is typically the deck I use when I'm at an event. So let's get cracking into what is going to be for this week, the week of December 1st through December 8th. See, I just arbitrarily pick. Okay, let's move this over here. So for this week ahead, we have, this is a week of activation. Okay, so a lot of your skills, gifts, talents, things that you've had from birth that maybe haven't been triggered or turned on, you're going to be finding that those skills are going to be coming to the forefront this week. You're going to be finding that this is going to be a little bit of an emotional week coming up, because this can be very emotional to have your foundation a little bit shook. Meaning the foundation of your being, the foundation of your beliefs. As, excuse me, we move in. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. This is also the time of core healing. We are going to be finding out what we need to activate within ourselves so we can heal some of that. Astrologically as well, this is the week of things coming up for the whole year. And we need to work on them this week. So by activating our skill set that we have, we need to use that to have a little bit of healing for us for this week, because everything comes from love. And as we do this work and as we have this healing, don't worry, it's going to be okay. It's as we move into next week, as we move into the end of the year, into next year, we are moving in with a little bit more of a clear conscience and a happier outlook. And also, keep in mind, when this card comes up and we're having some healing and some love going on, that means we're going to be triggering some of the psychic things that we have within our lives, within our being, within our essence. So this is going to be a powerful week. I wish you all well. Have fun with this week moving forward. Take care and be free.